Welcome back to Coast. George Noory with you. Let me introduce Elizabeth Eagle. Elizabeth was with me a couple of years ago. She's a light worker, earth angel, spiritual warrior. After retiring from her quality engineering career with IBM, she began following her passion as a photographer, videographer of sacred sites and the paranormal all around the world. She captures orbs, light beings, UFOs on camera, shares these in her YouTube documentaries, books, and websites. One of her books, of course, is called Orbs and Light Beings. She believes that these phenomena are showing up increasingly to help humanity raise its consciousness and move above and beyond fear. She's convinced that orbs, light beings, and UFOs are here to give us hope and to prove that we are never alone. So let's get your thoughts on light beings first. We'll talk about orbs after that. What are light beings?
I believe light beings are a form of consciousness, a creative intelligence that are actually alive and consciously communicating with us now. And they take all forms, shapes, sizes, and colors, but more and more with photography, they're showing up. And I do believe they're here to help.
Are they like angels?
Of course, if that's your paradigm and you can relate with an angel, then yes, light beings are angelic. And people have different concepts of what these things are. Ghosts, spirits, angels. But I say a rose by any other name is still a rose. They're all light beings. And they're interdimensional. So I believe that we don't understand them yet. And I think some scientific investigation would be pertinent.
Why do we call them light beings?
Well, that's what I call them. And not everybody does.
But you're not alone.
I know. Well, because they're made of light and their intelligence, which light is illumination, which is education. So they're here to help us get to the next level.
Kind of describe what they look like.
Well, there's all different kinds of light beings. The most popular are orbs, of course, and they're the round spherical type. But then the other types can take all sorts of forms, like an angel, like a person.
Now, they seem to be showing up more and more these days. Is it because of what's happening worldwide? What do you think the reason is for this?
Well, I believe it is because of what's happening worldwide and the collective consciousness of fear and people being without hope. And because of digital photography, they show up more. And because people are becoming more aware of them, they show up more. It's like if they know you're watching for them, they'll show up more. They like your attention. And so I believe that's why they are showing up more there. But yes, I do believe it's because of this global emergency that we've created that people need help, they need hope, and they need to know we're never alone, that the power that people believe they have is not the real power. The real power is more spiritual.
Do they have a mission, the orbs and light beings?
I believe they have a mission to remind us of who we really are, that we're not these skin suits, that what we are and who we are is much more than anybody could even imagine, and unlimited, which the orbs are as well. So I do believe they communicate with us, even if we're not aware of it.
This is Coast to Coast AM with George Noory.
Lex has posted a picture of me dancing and singing with a light being at one of our live events. You've got to take a look at this picture. I can't explain it. I don't remember somebody being on stage then, and so I didn't see anything. I don't think. But take a look at this picture. It's truly remarkable. Our webmaster, Elizabeth Lex, is going to email you this picture I've been talking about.
I'm looking at it right now. Oh my God!
What the heck is that? I gotta tell you two things. One, I don't remember a person being on stage with me. This was a couple years ago at one of our events. No, it's not. And I'm just up there singing with my hands out and stuff. It looks like I'm holding this light being's hand.
You are, and your microphone is putting out a rainbow energy, and over your head, you're putting out a rainbow energy there.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's awesome shot. This is fabulous. Oh, my God.
Use it. You have my permission to use it.
Oh, thank you. That was going to be my next question.
You have it. I've just told millions that I gave you my permission, so do what you want with it.
Oh, I will. That is just great. I've never seen anything like it.
Is that a light beam?
Yes, without a doubt.
What brings them to that live event that I was doing?
Your heart.
Really?
Your vibration, you being the messenger, them knowing this point would come and this picture would be seen. This person this light being wanted to be seen and has accomplished her goal.
I mean, when I first saw the picture, I went, what the heck is this? Somebody's playing around with me here.
When did you first see it?
Probably about a week or so after the event, which was a couple years ago.
I've never heard you sing.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
You bring in the angels.
Well, I tell you what, that light being apparently liked it because it showed up.
This is such a sign for you. I mean, how magical is that?
Have you ever seen them that bright?
No. Never that bright, never that clear, never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. But I've never heard you sing.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
You bring in the angels.
Well, I tell you what, that light being apparently liked it because it showed up.
This is such a sign for you. I mean, how magical is that?
Have you ever seen them that bright?
No. Never that bright, never that clear, never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it.
I mean, you couldn't light a person up that bright without seeing that.
No, that person does not wear skin.
No.
It's so cool.
I love it. So, yeah, have some fun with that one.
I will.
My gosh, put it on your YouTube channel. I mean, I suspect that this light being in my picture just wanted to have a good time.
And was having a good time and was enjoying you having a good time. Yes, it is. This is a phenomenal picture. Yes, it is. Well, let me tell you something else that's interesting and looks like this. I put up the first ever TV broadcast of the Pledge of Allegiance by Red Skelton. Yes, and at the end of it, his face goes so bright and white you cannot see him. And that's the light shining from him, yeah.
That was when he was talking about putting God in the pledge and taking it out.
And I had never seen that before, so I had to film it and post it.
And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Since I was a small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance: under God. Wouldn't it be a pity if someone said that is a prayer and that would be eliminated from schools too?
That was amazing, but that's what this lady's light reminds me of, because it wasn't an out-of-focus camera. That was Red Skelton and energy coming through him. And this lady...
Wow, I know it. Our webmaster Lex has found the original source of the picture that we just showed you, Elizabeth. It was 2016 here at my live event in St. Louis. And his caption was, "I danced with a ghost." But it's really a light being, isn't it?
Oh, well, yes, and ghosts can be light beings too. They're just a little dimmer, I think. But this one is amazing. Now, if you look at this picture again, you can see her energy that goes in front of this lady's, head. So she was radiating, and I believe it's love, but whatever she was radiating was very healing and good for the audience, and is now looking at this picture good for my heart.
You have looked at and taken pictures of lots of orbs and light beings in your career. How would you categorize the one we just sent you?
The best ever.
Really?
That's the best light being picture I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's big stuff.
Yeah.
Could these light workers or beings be part of our loved ones who have died?
Oh, yes.
My sister showed up in a picture at her wake after her funeral, and there's this big light right there. And it's not exactly in the shape of the orb, but it was energy. So she was definitely a light being, but she wasn't as advanced a light being as yours. That looks like some kind of archangel.
Our very own Gina Salvati is the editor of the Whole Life Times magazine, and she would love to send you a free digital edition. How do you do that, Gina?
Thank you, George. It's very easy. They can email me, Gina, Gina, at wholelifemagazine.com, or they can text me. It's very simple. You just text the word whole life, that's all one word, to 42828. Fascinating.
It really is. You're
incredible.
You're in shock looking at that picture.
I still am looking at this picture, George. I have it on the screen, and I hope the listeners can go and take a look. I've never seen anything like it.
No.
Nothing. It's incredible.
Elizabeth, do you think during periods of strife we get more visitations from orbs and light beings, that they seem to come around more?
Oh, definitely. In times of need, they're there. Whether you see them or not, if you don't have a camera handy, when you feel a little bit of relief, that's them helping you, and especially during times of grief. And right now, we're grieving our freedoms.
What's the difference between an angel and a light being?
I don't think there is one, other than angels are more familiar to humans and maybe take a lower vibrational form, so they're more solid. I would love to be on your Beyond Belief show in Denver. If you're coming this way, I'm only an hour away. Hint, hint. Because I want to talk about that picture.
I would have freaked if that picture you saw with me in had wings on this thing.
Well, I bet it definitely, I'm sure it does. They just weren't out. Well, I'm sure there's some that do. And back in the Renaissance, some of the paintings and the cherubs, they look like orbs with wings. And if a ball of light is flying around, if you paint it, you'd probably give it wings. I don't know.
The first question would be, sometimes people believe that a person they met has actually been an angel disguised as a stranger. And I wonder if people have gotten pictures of these interactions.
I think that if the angel is human, a human angel, earth angel, like I consider myself, then they show up in human form. But if you take a picture, I think they just look like a human. I think what George, that picture that he has is so very rare.
Elizabeth, thank you for being on the program.
My pleasure, George. And that picture is, it just made my oh my gosh, that just made my day. Oh, more than that.
Run with it, put it on your Facebook, do whatever you want with it. You have my permission, okay? It's really one of those fascinating pictures. Well, every once in a while I want to end the program on something upbeat, because we really need it these days, don't we?